Doyle shoots and scores! Colin Doyle gets the Rock on the board in the first minute.
First off, aside from a couple of GMs and coaches here, I don't think Jamie would have a hard time refunding everybody's money if you wanted to head home now and say you could do it for another year. However, I thought I'd take a shot. Before I get into this, personally, I'm really going to miss you, buddy. There's not a formal way you can say this. You're a great mentor to me, and I have 6 rings on my finger, in great part because of you. And that's just a side note. The rings, what you've done for me in my life and as a professional athlete, are things that I'm going to take with me, hopefully pass on to younger players. So it means the world, buddy, and I'm truly really going to miss you. But you couldn't go out on a better note, so thank you.
Try to get this out before I pass out up here. So. First of all, I want to thank the National Lacrosse League. Obviously inducting me into the Hall of Fame. It's an honor and a privilege. The elite players that are in that group, former teammates Veltman and Jimmy Stroopy, it's an honor to be a part of that group, and I want to thank you for that. Obviously, it's been 25 years, over 25 years. You've committed your time and effort to this league, and the indoor sport of lacrosse is worth the investment, and I wish you nothing but the best in the future. Stay strong and bring this game to the next level. And second day, I want to thank Jamie DeWick. He came in to the Rock organization when we had a couple of trying years, and Jamie reestablished the winning tradition in Toronto. And Jamie, I just want to say your passion for the sport was infectious for all that were involved, players and fans alike. And you're a first-class owner and a first-class gentleman, and it's excuse me, truly an honor to have met you and your family. Two coaches I want to talk about. First one I want to talk about is Les Bartley. Les is a man that I grew to appreciate more and more the longer my career went, and he was what I consider to be a player's coach, just a great communicator, and something that stands out in my mind with Les. I remember first year in Toronto, after our first experience we went to Baltimore and kind of had our butts handed to us. And next week we came back to Toronto for our home opener, and teams left the floor for their first warm-up, and I was out there by myself, and Les approached me in only the manner that Les could, and he just had a lot of choice words, and the air was blue, and Les just reiterated how much confidence that he had in me. And I remember leaving that conversation just walking on water, and no matter what, win or lose, after that, Les was the same. He was always the same, and I really appreciate that. This is way too serious, my God. The other coach I want to make mention, the same token, was Terry Sanderson. Terry, I played for you for so many years, and you made a trade for me. Might be the best trade you ever made, but to get me into Niagara Falls Gamblers, and I think a box of balls went the other way, so he did all right. But you instilled that confidence in me. Much different approach than Les. There's no question about that. A little less tact, and Terry, you always made me accountable. Terry broke the goaltender rule of never calling a goalie out. Terry was never afraid to call a goalie out when I made a bad goal. I let a bad goal in, and the count level was astronomical. I don't think I should be in the Hall of Fame for all the ones he had me on the hook for. But T, you stuck through me, maybe too much to a fault, and I will never, I can't thank you enough. I have so much respect for you, and I enjoyed every minute playing lacrosse for you. Thank you very much. To my mom and dad, your unconditional love, the countless hours that you spent taking me to the rink, I only hope my kids feel the same way about me as I do about you. You're the best. Thank you so much. It was a hell of a ride. It was unbelievable. I have no regrets. This is a wonderful sport, and it's done nothing for me but treated me with kindness. And each and every one of you in the room, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I had a blast. I wouldn't change a thing. Thank you very much.
I thought it was great, and this night was all about Bob. It was just Bob being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I thought his speech was great. Colin obviously introduced Bob tonight, and I thought he did a great job. And it's just a great night. Some fans out here, Hall of Fame members, league members in town for the draft and the board meetings. Thought the ceremony was really nice, and a special night for Bob. You could tell it was an emotional one for him, but well deserved. And what a way to end a career.
Now, he obviously said that it was pretty special getting to know you over the last couple of years, but maybe your chance to express how special it's been for you to get to know him.
Yeah, I've watched Bob play over the years as a fan, and to get a chance to know Bob, he has been a great goalie over the years, but even a better person off the court. Him and his family, and Nicole and Dylan and Sydney, a great family. And like I said, when at the end of the year, Bob's exactly, everything that the Toronto Rock wants to represent, and but that's Bob Watson really represents us the way we want to be. So, it has been great to get to know Bob. I'll cherish that the rest of my life, and I'm glad we've had him here for the first couple of years of owning the team, and he's going to be missed for sure.
It paid special tribute to you. Maybe just talk about what that meant to be recognized like that, and he had some pretty kind words for you.
Yeah, I was caught off guard to be totally honest, but I remember going back and playing those summer seasons with Whip, and one of the best teammates you could ever have, and it's something, and we just sort of passed thoughts there a couple seconds ago, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be blessed to have another guy tending the net for me like he did, and I appreciate the kind words from him, but the same thoughts go back, and very proud to be a teammate of his.
Well, I think it's very good to know Bob. He's been a nice guy. It's good to meet his family, Sydney, Dylan, Nicole, him. It's an amazing family. I'm going to pass it on to Josh.
Well, Bob's been so good over the past couple of years in just playing the game, and he's been really cool to hang around with. And yeah, here's Sydney.
Well, he started to cry off, and it was pretty funny, but it was fun watching him up there, and I'll really miss him play lacrosse.
Doyle shoots and scores! Colin Doyle gets the rock on the board in the first minute.